Charity! Good morning. Look, you wouldn't mind waiting with Damon until he's finished, would you? It's just I don't have time to stand around.
Neither do I.
Well, it won't take long. And if you could clear up after him, too. You know, it's not so bad if you don't actually look at it. Bye, darling. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no problem. Come on.
Damon, were you a good boy for Charity?
Oh, he was a very good boy.
Oh.
Oh, and,
Damon. Well done, darling.
We'll have to move fast. As soon as the ads hit the property pages, they'll be snapped up.
Right, well, I'll give it some thought.
It would be a pleasure doing business with you. And to renew our working relationship, Anne.
I didn't know you'd worked with Eric before.
Yes, Charity was good enough to assist me on a freelance basis when I was running for councillor.
I had no idea you were a political animal.
oh, woman of many talents, me.
Will you excuse me, Eric? I'm expecting a call.
Oh, of course. Right, afternoon.
So, work for Eric long, did you?
It was a one-off situation, actually. Needed help with his campaign. Nothing to get excited about.
So, ladies, now you've had the grand tour, can I offer you a glass of wine?
Oh, thank you very much.
White, please, medium dry.
Never in a client's time, remember, Laurel?
I didn't realise you'd be starting straight away.
Off you go, then. You've done a fantastic job in here. So stylish.
Really? There's room for improvement, in my opinion.
Well, this place was a right dump before, thanks. Suppose Charity's giving you the potted history.
Oh, it's a friend of yours, is she?
Her and me, you're joking.
I must admit, I was rather intimidated by her at first. But by the sounds of things, she's fitted more in the past few years than most people have in a lifetime.
Yeah, still, you've got to admire her. I mean, she might have started off selling her body on street corners, but she's always managed to drag herself up by her teeth.
She sold her body?
It's hardly a secret round here. That's how she met her late husband on a professional basis. And then he fell in love with her and they got married.
Oh, how romantic.
And he just happened to be a millionaire a few times over. Talk about landing on her feet.
Your office is all done. Ship-shape, Bristol fashion.
I'd like you to have another bash at this one. I want to come across as assertive but not aggressive.
No problem.
Oh, my other half, Ashley, is ever so good with correspondence. Never stuck for an appropriate word. What with the practice he gets, you know, 3 sermons a week, young mums, all the Sunday school stuff, and he's always writing to the bishop. Sometimes I think, if he's using words all the time, then surely one day he's going to run out of things to say, like he's used every possible word that he can. I mean, what would you do? What would you do?
Oh, love, Charity and I could do with 5 minutes. Do you mind making a start in the hall?
You're the boss.
She is driving me demented.
Well, sounds like an excuse for an early lunch to me.
What do you think?
We've tons of paperwork still to do.
Oh, nothing that can't wait, I bet.
Get your coat. If I'm wanted, I'll be on my mobile.
Hiya. Where's Loverboy?
Parking car.
So why aren't you at work?
Because we got chucked out by Sadie. She seems to reckon me and Tom are in need of a romantic lunch.
Told you she couldn't be that bad. So are you in need?
If that's your less than subtle attempt to ask if we've done it yet, the answer is the same as it was yesterday.
Oh, Charity Dingle playing hard to get. It's a dangerous game, love. You make him work too hard and he might just go right off the boil.
Well, if he thinks I'm worth it, I will be worth waiting for, won't I?
What can I get you, Charity?
Now, Starsky and Hutch are back.
Yeah, they don't look as if they just popped in for a spot of lunch, either.
Who's in charge here?
I'm the joint licensee.
If you've no objections, we'd like to ask your customers a few questions.
Yeah, sure, go ahead, ask away. Can I get you a drink?
Not while we're working, thanks, love.
We're investigating a recent incident involving Jack Sugden and his sons. We understand that the boys weren't exactly the best of friends. Anybody care to elaborate?
I think the bitter needs changing.
Oh, Terry, Ethan told me you rang about a christening. TJ, I presume?
Yeah, oh, let's go somewhere where we can talk.
I've got a customer, excuse me. Oh, I haven't lived here long enough to know the local gossip. Sorry.
Time for divide and rule technique. I'll take this side, you take the other.
Yes?
I just let myself in. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Ah, no. Well, that's because for some reason my staff insist on this rather antiquated institution called a lunch hour. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Well, I was rather hoping I could pick your brain.
Name the subject, dear lady.
My father-in-law's personal assistant and the exact nature of your working relationship.
Yeah, I do know Jack Sugden, but not very well. I've only recently come back into the area.
So you won't be up to speed on local history then?
I know what I need to know.
Look, we were just enjoying a nice, quiet lunch. If you want to harass us, take us down station.
Good to see you looking so well, Charity.
Well, I'm sorry that I cannot return the compliment. Now, do you want some, officer?
I realise you and your family have got your fingers on the pulse when it comes to matters dodgy and nefarious.
OK, what are you accusing me of now,
Tell
then?
me if there was something you think I ought to know about this feud between the Sugden lads, wouldn't you?
If I did know, which I don't, what would be the point anyway? Because I spent months telling you lot the truth and you didn't believe a word of it, did you?
Is there anything else we can help you with, officer?
That's all for now. Enjoy your lunch.
I actually walked out of court a free woman. You'd never believe it, though, would you?
Because in politics, sometimes the only way to expose corruption is by operating in the morally ambiguous arena oneself.
Oh, I see.
I won't go into detail. What I will say is that the photographs that emerged from this rather sordid episode were not the sort of thing you'd want printed in a family newspaper.
Well, you couldn't just make this up, could you?
Although she did revise her CV with Stalin's deficiency once she got married to Chris Tate. Became Lady of the Manor, captain of industry in one fell swoop. It's just a shame she chose to jeopardize all that with an ill-fated fling with her cousin. Rather a case of not knowing when she was on to a good thing, in my opinion. Cheers.
Tom, I've got an urgent message for you. There's some trouble up at the yard with a work permit.
Thanks, love. I best get back.
Oh, you haven't finished your lunch.
Well, if there's any trouble, I best nip it in the bud.
Well, there's no need for Charity to leave, is there? I mean, I'd hate to have to finish this on my own.
No. Just stay as long as you like, love.
Well, if you're sure. If there is a problem with the permits, paperwork's at the office.
Nothing I can't handle myself. Enjoy yourself, girls.
We will. It's about time we had a little chat. Just the two of us. We didn't exactly get off on the right foot, did we?
Well, as I remember, it was my foot went from under me when you decided to push me down the stairs.
Now, these compromising photographs you did for Eric Pollard, did you keep any copies? Or are they still popping up on the internet?
My, you work fast.
It's funny, because Tom never mentioned your previous career as a prostitute. What's the matter, Charity? Have you not told him yet?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, love, but Tom knows all about that. And he agrees with me. It's in the past, and it's best forgotten about.
Oh, but you won't have told him every sordid little detail, will you?
And what do you mean by that?
Every grubby little encounter. Each time you got into a punter's car or went with them to their hotel room.
That was a long time ago, and it's got naught to do with me and Tom.
Well, it would if you turned up to one of his business dinners to find an ex-client sitting there. I can't see Tom appreciating that.
I did what I had to do to survive, right? And you won't ever make me ashamed of my past.
Then why haven't you mentioned it to Tom? Or is that the deal you have going with him? I mean, you slept with your last husband for money, didn't you?
What's she done? Oh, don't tell me you've sacked her already.
Why do you always assume the worst when it comes to Laurel?
Well, can you think of any other reason why she's avoiding me?
Oh, look, she was hard at it when we left, right?
She's gone missing, and we were wondering if you could shed any light on her whereabouts.
Well, shouldn't she have finished by now?
Well, I last spotted her on the stairs, unless... Where did you last see Damon?
Who on earth is Damon?
It's her dog. Flaming great mastiff.
Is it vicious?
Only when provoked. If she so much as laid a finger on him, you can forget all about this contract. It'll be me taking you to the cleaners.
Laurel!
Demon, don't worry, darling. I'm on my way.
Laurel! Laurel, can you hear me?
Damon, darling, did the nasty lady frighten you?
Oh, it's okay, Laurel.
Oh.
Open your eyes now.
I thought he was going to eat me like my Uncle Stefan and the grizzly bear.
Now, Mummy's here. Everything's going to be okay, isn't it, darling?
Charity not with you?
No, she'd have been sitting here twiddling her thumbs, so I told her to go straight home.
Did you have a good time?
So good, we're going to make it a regular date.
Are you?
I'm in dire need of a partner in crime. You know, no thanks. The two things I've missed since we moved up here, Tom, are decent shops and female company. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, why would I? No, I'd be glad to see you hit it off.
You know, just talking to her over lunch made me realise what a sheltered life I've had. She's really been through the mill, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's had it tough at times, eh?
One of life's survivors. I'll give her that. I don't think I could have lived her life and come through unscathed.
Why? What's she been saying?
No, nothing specific. But there's a sadness there, you know, behind the eyes. And it speaks volumes. I can honestly say I've never met anyone quite like her. I'm going to make myself a peppermint tea.